Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to take a look at our next skills. When is this going to be done? 13 minutes. Oh wow, good timing, I guess. So I don't know if you've seen my previous video, but just to kind of recap, we've completed some primary skills. So for example, I've completed exploration basics. Exploration is complete, 100%. See that 100 points allocated to that. And I needed to do that in order to progress into the sub branch of exploration, specifically excavation, right? So I have excavation and it's almost at 100. You can see it's, you can see it's 99. And we're going to have to decide, where we want to go to next. So I think I want to progress to this. However, I kind of know I want to progress to this in my main build, but I was kind of thinking, I wonder if I should switch it up and do a combat skill. You know what I mean? And actually try to get some combat basics down. Make myself a little bit more durable, maybe buff up my stats a little bit or something, just so that I can be a little bit tankier. I don't know. I feel like being a little bit tankier and actually getting some combat experience going would be kind of beneficial, but I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of weighing that option. Let me see if these are all done too. Oh, these are almost done. 15 minutes as well. 18 minutes for this one. And 16 minutes for this. So typically around 15-16 minutes these will be done. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm basically at a crossroads right now. I can either continue on with this whole harvesting and crafting of vessels kind of route while we're in pre-alpha and obviously progress there. And I know this is all kind of just a little trite and arbitrary because they're going to wipe everything for beta, and they're also going to wipe everything again for a launch. So I mean, what I'm doing doesn't really matter, but at the same time it does kind of impact my experience in pre-alpha. So with that being said, I was kind of like, really, how much crafting are you gonna do versus fighting? And I've been kind of mulling that over, so I haven't decided if I wanted to do more combat or more crafting or a little bit of both. I feel like if I do crafting, that would be kind of cool, right? Excavation. So I'm thinking do I need more stone or do I need more ore? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe ore. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting ore next because I know I want to get vessels and I know I want to mine body parts, but really, like, the build currently doesn't really support that. I know that in the future builds where we're testing combat, we're testing all this other stuff, that mining ore to create armor and all that stuff, that's going to be valuable. Body parts and graves and building vessels, that's a very, very, very specific aspect of testing that I haven't gotten to do the last time they had the testing weekend. So I'm hoping I can probably just do a little bit more generic, like, gathering buffs to kind of help me out. Get armor a little bit better, more efficiently, things like that. But these are gathering. This is gathering node. I was even considering like doing a crafting buff of some sort. So this one will give us, what is this? Increases the chance of assembly success when assembling basic crafting items. Like, I don't really have troubles with that, so I don't really care for that. But really what would be kind of cool is, let me see if these, oh, this is all experimentation points. I don't want to do crafting. Alright, probably will do resources. Take a look at resources again. Harvesting. Oh, that's like vegetation and stuff. Yeah, I am probably gonna do the pick one. Mining basics. Because from what I've seen, At least it seems that like I need to really mine a lot of like metallic ores efficiently in order to craft like higher level armor in the PvP zone. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken, but um, I don't know. The next reset, I'll probably change it up and play a different class. Like maybe I'll play a Myrmidon. I was thinking about the Duelist actually. The Duelist kind of looks fun. So, you know, I might try the Druid. If I roam with people, I might try the Druid. Might be a little fun to kind of get the healing experience or whatever. Kind of just heal people and gain experience that way, or just practice, you know, my skills, combinations, and everything like that. That'd be kind of cool. And maybe we'll take a look at the characters after this, right? Because I think they have the character videos. How many more minutes do we've got on this? We've got 7 minutes. So maybe we will take a look at the videos. Let's take a look at... I'm kind of trying to plan my next move here. So I know I'm going to get mining in here. All right, so I have, let's see, I have the Templar, the Myrmidon, and the Druid proficiency. So I might swap out the Myrmidon and do the Duelist. And then I'll probably, you know, spec into the Druid. Probably spec into the Druid class and then like build her up. You can see the Druid proficiency. Increases attack power, support power, and healing modifier when a staff is equipped. So when I do have that, that would be kind of cool. What is this one? Health, regen, and stamina regen increase. Regen ain't gonna be. Increase physical mitigation on all pieces of armor when any type of chest plate is equipped. Yeah, okay. Very interesting. What is this one? Overall completion. Oh, I see. These aren't labeled. That's cool. The Druid can specialize as a witch. Damage modifier and essence generation decreases the healing modifier. Okay, so you're sacrificing healing for more damage as a witch. That's interesting. I didn't know that that was a thing. Whoa. Looks like I clicked out of it. Let's take a look at the other one. What is this one? Arch Druid. Or Arch Druid. No, that's Arch Druid. Let's see. Increases damage and healing. I like that. Combat, minimum weapon damage and max weapon damage with the staff. Maximum health, damage modifier, and healing modifier. Circle of stones. And of course, armor. That's cool. Attack power, support power, and maximum essence. Oh, you can't click back. Drag these around, but you can't. They don't have a back button. Pre-alpha. Pre-alpha. What about this one? Earthkeeper? What does this one do? Healing. Oh, so this is just straight up healing? Healing buff? Maximum health and support power. Yeah, so this is just like a min-maxing healer. Increases minimum weapon damage. Okay, so this is damage. You know, but really... Support power. Combat essence decay reduction. Health and support power. And healing modifier. Wonder how much of a healing modifier it does though. That is so cool. Yeah, so now we got the tanky classes here. Oh, they don't have the subclasses for this one yet. Increases attack power when any two-handed sword. Increases your maximum health. So attack power. Do I want more damage? Or do I want like armor or health? I think for the Templar we want to do armor, right? Physical mitigation? Well, no, I was getting blown up by the Confessor last time, so it wasn't even physical. But I was really... my problem was I was running from them when I should have been fighting. But chastisement, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Just do attack power. And then instead of my Myrmidon, I'll go to Duelist. And then for the Druid, I will progress to this. Attack power, support power, and healing modifier. Yeah. Those three buffs going. Yeah, I don't really need regen right now. The damage mitigation is pretty good, but this triple stat buff is really impressive. Well, 10 extra attack power, right? See what the Templar has. You concentrate that. Yeah, so 10 attack power. Alright, no. This one is 20 attack power. Wow, really? A 1% crit chance increase? That's cool, I guess. Okay. And we kind of got it all kind of planned out. Let's see, video player. You know what? Let's see what the Templar has to offer.
The Templar is a holy warrior who smites enemies with abilities powered by Righteous Fury. She generates a righteousness point by landing the third hit of her basic left-click attack combo. If the target is afflicted by sin, she gains an additional point. Unlike the Duelist Pip, the Templar's righteousness points are spent by powers one at a time. Most of her abilities, but not all, use righteousness points. Some powers tick down points over time. The first ability in her tray is Censure. Censure is a distance closer that leaps to the target and stuns the target if she lands the hit. It does not cost righteousness, making it useful for diving into fights or hunting down fleeing foes. The second ability is Reproach, which chains into either Radiant Sweep or Righteous Smash. Radiant Sweep strikes multiple targets in close proximity and knocks them down. Righteous Smash hits multiple targets in front of the Templar and generates righteousness for every enemy struck. The third ability begins a combo starting with Judgment and ending with Execute. Both abilities require righteousness to activate and deal extra damage to enemies with low health. Divine Light is the fourth ability in her tray. Divine Light soaks the area in a purifying field that damages enemies within it. It does not cost points to activate, but it ticks down points as long as it is active. However, the Templar will gain righteousness points for every enemy inside of the field. Devotion, in the fifth slot, is a self buff that heals both the Templar and nearby allies based on the amount of damage it deals. Attacks made by those healed by Devotion afflict enemies with sin. Her number 6 ability, Holy Warrior, requires Zealotry to use, similar to the champion's Ultimate Warrior ability. Zealotry is built up over time by attacking enemies and getting hit in combat. Holy Warrior grants a temporary hit point buff, heals the Templar, and causes all Templar attacks to be converted to holy damage, which cannot be mitigated by armor. Lastly, her Soul Power ability, mapped to the C key, blinds nearby enemies and grants a temporary hit point boost. It's a great ability to use to turn the tide of a fight. The Templar is a melee-focused tank that brings powerful area defense to the battlefield and keeps her allies safe. Spend those righteousness pips wisely. This survival guide is just a high-level overview of what you can do with the Templar. The power tree is deep and configurable, and remember, you can always add disciplines to customize each class to match your playstyle.
That's cool. Level up these skills, baby. Man in basics. Man in the basics. Well, 3 minutes left on that one. 5 minutes left on that one. 3 minutes left on that one. Cool. Let's check out another video. Druid.
The Druid is a versatile support caster with a unique twist. She has 2 power trays, Life, a healing tray, and Death, a damage or nuking tray. Every ability used in the Life tray generates Essence. Essence is required to use abilities from the Death tray. Build up Essence with healing spells and expend it with nuking spells. Be careful, if the Druid's Essence meter fills up beyond 80%, she will start taking serious damage from an effect called Essence Burn. The only way to shed Essence Burn is to dump some Essence by switching to the Death tray and casting damage spells. In the Life tray, the majority of your heals come from Coalesce Life, which is cast with left click. It drops a green orb on the ground wherever your target reticle is pointed. Players in the Druids group can run through these orbs to regain health, and the 3rd consecutive orb cast also restores class-specific resources like mana. Healing Rain, mapped to the 4 key, is useful for healing multiple players at once, but be careful, it generates a lot of essence. Nature's Avatar will give a massive damage boost to a single friendly player. To activate it, look at the ally you want to buff and hold down the 2 key. As long as you hold the key, they'll keep the buff. In the Death tray, her basic left-click attack changes to Spark, an aimed attack that chains on up to 3 enemies. To deal some serious damage, the Druid can chain the Aurora Emitter combo on nearby enemies, which is started with the 2 key. Alternatively, she can blast them with her orbs. The 4 key casts Blight Field, which detonates any orbs in the area and reduces enemy resistance to electric and nature damage. Defeating your opponents is invigorating, but don't forget to heal your team. This survival guide is just a high-level overview of what you can do with the Druid. The power tree is deep and configurable, and remember, you can always add disciplines to customize each class to match your playstyle.
Nice. That's awesome. Where we at, though? 20 seconds. Where they at, though? Okay, first one, Druid proficiency. Which one did we decide with? We decided this one, right? Yep. Yep. 10 seconds. Nice. Here we go. Oh yeah, nature, lore. Let's go back. Which new one? We got Templar. We got Templar now. Yep. What did we decide? I think we wanted weapon this time, right? Or armor. Did we want armor? Let's see. This one gives us 20 attack power. What does this one give us? Physical 1.5% mitigation. I'm good on that, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get damage. Max hit points is 1500. What is my max hit point currently? I don't know. What damage? Skip it. What damage? One minute and 3 seconds. March 31st will be the next test. What is in my purchases? We looked at skills. We do see the video player. Settings. My purchases. Oh, 20 seconds. So let's go to specialist. Which one does this one do? Increases attack power, out of combat health regen, and crit hit chance. duelist, leveling him up. You know, just figured I could probably not too bad to spread points around. You never know what you like, what you're gonna like. I'm gonna try the various classes because you never know. I don't know. Kind of curious about them anyways, how they play and what they do and everything. So I try to switch. I'll try to switch it up the next time we cast. But that's pretty much all I wanted to take a look at. It's a fairly short one this time, which is pretty good. We went through the Druid. We already did the Templar. We'll do one more. We'll do the bonus, the Duelist. And then I'll end up wrapping it up since it takes me like 10 minutes to wrap up the video these days. I don't know. Try to keep it quick.
The Duelist
Get
is a
some
sneaky precision
info on the
fighter who
Duelist.
uses rapiers and pistols, but his greatest weapon is the element of surprise. His powers are
Little
fueled by
hamster
pips.
dude.
His basic left-click attacks charge his pip meter with each successful hit, up to a maximum of 5 pips. Flintlock Shot, mapped to the 1 key, will also charge his pip meter. With a couple exceptions, his powers expend all of his accumulated pips. The more pips an ability uses, the more powerful it will be. Spending more pips on a power might also grant an additional effect. For example, Pepperbox Shot, mapped to the 2 key, will stun a target if it has 4 or more pips. Impale, mapped to the 3 key, is a nasty bleed attack that drains a target's hit points until they hit a set percentage value or are healed to full health. The damage scales based on the number of pips spent. The Duelist can also toss random buffs on himself by using Inconceivable, mapped to the 4 key, or protect himself with a barrier by using Redirect Pain on the 5 key. The Duelist's defining ability is his Burrow, mapped to 6. Burrowing puts him into stealth and opens a new tray. While burrowed, he can pop up and blast enemies with his 2 ability, Go for Broke, or leap out of the ground and backstab them with Ambush, mapped to the 1 key. A successful ambush generates 3 pips and dazes the enemy, so it's a great way to enter a fight. If he's ever in too much trouble, the Duelist can use his ultimate ability, Vanish, by pressing the C key. Vanish drops an explosive decoy Ganetian on the ground and immediately puts the Duelist into stealth. Any foes who stick around will be knocked down by the blast. The Duelist is a high-risk, high-reward archetype. Slipping in and out of combat is his specialty. Use that to your advantage. This survival guide is just a high-level overview of what you can do with the Duelist. The power tree is deep and configurable, and remember, you can always add disciplines to customize each class to match your playstyle.
That's interesting. That's very close to what I played for Dota. So let's discuss that. I know I'm kind of skilling up the Duelist, but that's interesting. Like I like that high risk, high reward, and I guess I don't mind playing like DPS characters, but to be honest with you, they're I don't know, they're only so interesting for so long. Like on paper, and initially everybody wants to be the one dealing the big numbers, but I think I'd be perfectly happy just chilling back, healing people. To be honest with you, or just running around and supporting my team by controlling, crowd controlling, or even controlling their supports. Locking down their supports, stuff like that. So I guess I'll have time to think about that, figure out what character I want to play. But for next tests, depending on what module they've kind of released, I'll have to review what the devs are releasing for next launch, and we'll try to experience something new, some new content. But at the very least, I will be switching up my character selection, so you'll probably get a chance to see me play something other than Templar. So I'll probably, maybe pick. I did think about the Legionnaire as like a really tanky kind of healing and CC, which is cool, but I don't know. I keep gravitating towards that Druid, man. That Druid is so cool. So yeah, maybe I'll play a little Druid action next week and do a little Legionnaire action, potentially Duelist action. But I'll definitely try to play every single archetype that I can. And hopefully you guys will kind of get a chance to see what that's like. So yeah, thanks for swinging by. We kept it a little shorter today. I know yesterday's video was a good length. It was about half an hour. We kept it pretty short, or maybe a little bit over half an hour. But this is more along the lines of the same. It's short because this isn't a gameplay per se. This is just kind of a skills walkthrough and kind of my video about my skills, the Crowfall skills progression and how skill progression works in Crowfall at the moment. Now they've obviously changed some things. Even in the video, when you go to video player, even in some of these where they're kind of showcasing, for example, the Templar character, which didn't come out too long ago, it's actually depicting a very old skill tree design that they had laid out. And of course, like I don't think this will be final. Like I think these are placement. What I mean by placement, they're temporary. They're going to be replaced with a little bit more robust graphics and probably. I do kind of like the animation, but obviously there's stuff to clean up. These are just very, very basic like representations, right? Even with these, you can tell like the icon's not finalized. This isn't a final icon set. It's very reminiscent of just some placement text and even the shapes and I don't know the layout. A lot of this stuff is a very temporary looking to me. So, yeah, looking forward to doing some testing. I think tomorrow, tomorrow we will do or plan to do. I was hoping to do some type of design video, but if I don't, I may end up playing For Honor and streaming that. So I was considering like streaming a completely different game just to give everybody a break from For Honor. I know there's a ton of people who already stream For Honor, and I initially started streaming it because I just didn't mind playing it, but now I'm kind of like a little burnt out from For Honor, so might end up doing something else. I might end up doing. I considered maybe strictly for fun, just playing like Hearthstone or like I did consider Dota 2, but I don't want people to bust me out if I'm just super rusty or something like that. I did consider like Overwatch as well. I do have Overwatch installed, so I haven't played that in a long time. Or even Witcher 3. I love Witcher 3. I could probably still play that. I have it on PS4 and on PC because I enjoy the game so much. I had to get it on PC as well, just to bump up the graphics and see how absolutely gorgeous that game is. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. Maybe it'll be kind of a surprise, I guess, if I haven't decided. We'll play it by ear, see how I feel, and yeah, I would love to do another design video just because I thoroughly enjoy that and I feel like I'm fairly knowledgeable in what I'm doing. So provide some value to you guys who are interested in something like that. I'll come up with a design topic tomorrow. I'll consider it, and then if that is a better plan than something like Hearthstone or Overwatch, then we'll do that. I just don't want people to come to my channel and think, oh, this is another Overwatch channel, or people to even get deterred from my channel and be like, oh, this guy's another Overwatch player, and he's not even, I'm not nearly as good as a guy like, like Seagull, who's a professional Overwatch player. And some of those guys are just absolutely just talented and more experienced in casting than I am. So anything that I play will just strictly be casual level, pleb level plays, right? I should just make a series called Pleb Plays. But yeah, all for fun. So yeah, thank you for swinging by. Like I said, try not to drag this on too long, but thank you for swinging by. Hope you enjoyed your time or got some information from today's stream and video. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Peace.